it's very hard, to avoid controversy on BookTube. I mean, anything can be turned into a controversy these days. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are doing the mid-year freak out tag, which is actually a very famous tag on BookTube, which I got to know about recently. I think last week also I did a tag. This week also I'm doing a tag, and it's just that, yeah, I think booktubers and booktube consumers in general really love tag. What's this? What's this? Stop. So yes, as I was saying, booktube really love booktubers and booktube consumers really love tags. So yeah, here I am. So I have my questions all written on this paper, and I am going to start right now. So the first question is the best book you've read so far in 2020. So of course you cannot just name like one book, or I cannot just name one book. I have read a lot of nice books and I've selected the best 3 of the lot. I think I should it should be 4, but I think I'll accommodate the 4th book in another question. That's what I've done currently. So the first favorite book is Palace of Illusions by Chitra Divakaruni Banerjee. This is the retelling of the Hindu epic Mahabharata, with the and the protagonist here is Draupadi, who's the female lead, and it's a very fresh take on Indian mythology in general, and it was a great read. The next book is something that I have here. It is It is Roots by Alex Haley. So this book is regarding. So this is a non-fiction, by the way. Okay, written in a fictional format, you can say. So Alex Haley traces his roots to his great grandfather, who had first come to the US on a slave ship, and it is how he he tells you the story of his forefathers and all the generations that precede him, starting from Africa, and it is a great take on slavery and an amazing take on one human's persistence to just live, to stay alive during a tragic incident. So I love this book. And the third book I have on the list is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. If I could, I would just select Kite Runner and put it on the podium and say, you know what, this is one of my favorite books of all time. But there are much equally better books that I've read, so that's why this particular question has 3 books. Kite Runner was awesome. Oh my god. I mean, The Kite Runner makes me want to read more on the history of the Afghan war and the Taliban, and it is a wonderful story of friendship and fatherhood. So yes, highly recommended. If you've not read The Kite Runner yet, please read it. It is not at all overrated. It lives up to the hype. So yeah. The second question is best sequel you've read so far in 2020. The only sequel I have read, or the only trilogy you can say I have read this year, is The Mortal Instruments, and the sequel sucked big time. Like, I loved the first book, I hated the second book. I think the first book was called City of Bones. I liked it. I have it somewhere on my shelf actually. Let me just pick it up. Okay, I have the books right here in front of me. So basically this is book 2. I cannot even swear on YouTube. I feel like it's I don't know. This is a very bad book. A very bad book. I do not like the series. Sorry people who love the series. I mean, you can love the series. It's okay. I understand why people love it, but I hated it, and I'm not going to read more. And this is going to go to some charity donation box soon. I don't know. Anyway, the next one is a new release that you haven't read but you want to read. Okay, so there are 2 books here. The first one is A Good Marriage by Kimberly McBride. I think it's more like a thriller book, and I've seen a lot of it on Goodreads. People are liking it, so I thought I should read it. The next one is A Burning by Megha Majumdar, which is regarding the current times in India, and how social media and things like that are influencing politics and the society in general. I think I'm more interested in A Burning by Megha Majumdar than A Good Marriage, but I'll be reading both of them this year. The next one is the most anticipated release for the second half of 2020. I don't have any anticipated release. I mean, I do look at book releases on Goodreads, like that's my source of looking at releases, but then I don't find anything much, I don't know, interesting. So yeah. Okay, the next one is The Biggest Disappointment. Has to be Normal People by Sally Rooney. I mean, I had so many good expectations of this book because people like this book. This was even a TV series, and I'm just like, what have you even written in the book? See, I mean, I think many people like this book, but it didn't work for me, especially because I did not like the character development much. Like, I know many other booktubers who've raved about this book a lot, but you know, in my opinion, I didn't like this. It's okay, you can like this. Whew, okay. It's very hard, you know, to avoid controversy on booktube. I mean, anything can be turned into a controversy these days. Have to steer clear from controversies, you know. Okay, the biggest surprise of the year. Okay, so the biggest surprise of the year is Kim Ji-young, born 1982, by Cho Nam-joo. I picked this up as a part of my Asian Readathon and ended up loving this one. I rated it 5 stars and I even made a review video on it. Go check it out. The next one is your favorite new author. Okay, so my favorite new author, so I don't have like a new author, but a favorite author that I discovered recently or I read recently is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I wanted to read her book since a very long time, and finally, I think last week or this week, I got an opportunity to at least read one of her short books, that is A Feminist Manifesto in 15 Suggestions. So I think next I'll read other books like Americana and Half of the Yellow Sun. I think that's another book. So yeah, I'll be reading all of those stuff soon. So yeah, I love her. So one more favorite new author that I like, that I discovered recently, is a non-fiction author, is Om Swami, who's apparently a big guru in Zen meditation and stuff like that. So there's this book called Mindful to Mindful, which is a very nice book on Zen meditation and all of this stuff, including mindfulness. If you like non-fiction and if you like spirituality, do read this book. I can even say Om Swami is one of my favorite new authors. The next one is new fictional character. Oh, sorry, new fictional crush. Okay, so I thought a lot about this, and I have to be very honest. I have a non-fictional crush and I have a fictional crush. So let me first tell you about the non-fictional crush, that is a real crush, who's a person who's alive on this earth today, and it is Trevor Noah. Yes, I read Trevor Noah, Born a Crime, and I loved the book so much. It gave me so much perspective on South African history, and the way Trevor Noah has actually written the book is wonderful. You cannot put that book down any time. I love the book, wonderful, and I love Trevor Noah. So I have been watching Trevor Noah's daily show snippets on YouTube since a very long time, because you don't get that show in my country, in India. I don't think there is any streaming platform which gives you full episodes, so I just keep watching snippets, and I love his humor. I love him a lot, but after reading this book, it's just been escalated to like a full-blown crush, because I really admire him and I really admire that man. So yeah, so let's go for the fictional crush. And this is because fictional crush, the reason I am I don't know, this is like a guilty crush, I would say. So I hated the Mortal Instruments, but I loved Malik. Malik is actually Magnus Payne plus Alec Lightwood, and they are like a very nice couple apparently. I mean, in the first 3 books they don't become a couple, but I really appreciate the portrayal of homosexual relationship in books, because it opens a lot of doors for the LGBTQ community, and I love homosexuality, or you know, homosexual people in general. So yes, I think my other fictional crush would be like 2 people, Magnus Payne plus Alec Lightwood, like their partnership can be called my new crush. So yeah. Okay, so the next one is, okay, newest favorite character. Okay, so by no doubt this is going to be Zachary Reed from Sea of Poppies, the first book in the Ibis trilogy. I have not read the second or the third book yet, but I really love how Zachary Reed's character was written. Zachary Reed is basically a free man from Baltimore. He's black, and he is, I would say, not a captain, but one of the important people on the ship of Ibis, which is actually transporting a lot of slaves from India to Mauritius. So yeah, I really love the character of Zachary Reed. The next one is the book that made you cry. Two books made me cry. The first one is obviously The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini, goes without saying. And the second book that made me cry is Kim Ji Young, Born 1982, because it just hit me. It was just like mind equal to blown, literally. And especially the last line of the book, I literally was that, like, this was how I was after reading that. So that's that. The next one is book that made you happy. So the first book that made me happy was Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte. I have actually said a lot about this book in my wrap-up video whenever I read this. I really love Anne Bronte's writing, and I want to read more of the Bronte sisters. The next one that made me happy is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. Now honestly, I just gave this book 3 stars because I just felt like I've overgrown all these teen romances. But yeah, I mean, it was a nice, sweet book. It made me happy because it was a very unusual, I would say, it was a very unusual and a nice plot. I really liked it. It just made me happy. The next one is a favorite book to movie adaptation you've seen this year. So I have not seen any of those yet. One thing I did start watching was Little Fires Everywhere on Hulu, but I lost patience because I know what happens in the story, so I just shut it out because Little Fires Everywhere makes you a bit uncomfortable even if you're reading the book. So okay, so the next one is a favorite review you've written this year. So I really like all my reviews. I don't differentiate between them, but one review I did like of mine, because I wrote it right after finishing the book in complete shock, is I Am Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. It's a wonderful book, it's a wonderful thriller, and it's a nice psychological thriller that I really loved. And the review that came after that was a very shocking one, because I had written that review with all the shock that I had absorbed from the book, from the ending of the book. So I really love that review of mine. Now we just have 2 questions left. The next one is the most beautiful book you've bought so far. So we need to answer this question in a very nice and a good manner. I have stopped buying physical books. I have stopped collecting physical clutter in my life. And I have a lot of books on my bookshelf which actually lead to the breaking of planks. If you can see, the plank is pretty curved, and that's why I stopped buying books. What I do right now is I buy books on my Kindle. I do not buy physical books anymore because I am migrating from physical books to my Kindle completely. And that's one of my aims for this year, and one of my goals of my reading life is to finish all the physical books this year that are present on my shelf. I do not know how successful I would be, but I think I will make a new video on this, because I think I've already shot a video already discussing about BookTube and books in general, but I have not found the time to edit it because it has a lot of stuff apparently. Yeah, so basically I have not bought any books in 2020 and I'm 100% proud of it. So yeah, that's that. Now the last question, that's the 15th question, is what books do you need to read by the end of the year? And that's, I have a lot of books here. Yay! Oh fuck, damn it. Okay, so let me just go through these one by one. So all of these are like books, like I said, I do want to finish my whole shelf, but these are the books that I really want to read ASAP because these are awesome books. So the first one is Manto Selected Stories. Manto is a very famous Indian author, and he was Indian and then he became Pakistani because of the partition. And yeah, lovely author and a very nice book. So I want to get done with this one. The next one is Jim Corbett's My India, which is regarding the tigers of Kumaon and things like that. So it's also like a very Indian book. And I also want to visit the Jim Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand one day. So yeah. The next one is Stuck Like Lint by Shifali Tripathi Mehta. I do want to read this book because first thing, this was like a Christmas, a Secret Santa present from the SRR group on Facebook, and it was gifted to me as a surprise because I had asked for something and I got this as well. So I believe this book is one of the good books out there in India, like that. The next one are a few international books that I do want to read. The first one is the Memoirs of Geisha by Arthur Golden. Yeah, I think everyone knows about this book, so I'm not going to be dwelling in it. The next two books are Gabriel Garcia Marquez. So this is 100 Years of Solitude, 100 Years of Solitude, and the next one is Love in the Time of Cholera. I want to finish Love in the Time of Cholera first because I kind of know what happens in this. So yeah. The next one is The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch. This is a non-fiction book and it is regarding a few life lessons, and I'm really looking forward to read this one. The next one is Seneca, A Letter from a Stoic. So along with my minimalism journey, I am trying to include stoicism also into my lifestyle. I think I'll make like a video on minimalism and stoicism soon, maybe, because I do tend to do productivity also on this channel. So yeah, this is one book I do want to read. And yes, finally, A Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James. This is one book that I have to read this year. So my plan was to read this for the Caribbean Reading Month, where we read more books from Caribbean authors, and Marlon James is from Jamaica, but I could not fit it in with all the books I was reading currently, so I think I'll just read this in July. So that's it. That's all for this whole book tag, which is creating ripples in the booktube community, because every booktuber I see is just making this video, which made me jump on the bandwagon, by the way. I hope you like this video. Do go ahead and check out my other videos, and don't forget to do the usual. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.